Hi guys, thought I'd post an update today. I know there's been a few people asking where am I. Like many other people, I'm sort of stuck in, well, not just the UK, but in your own region or whatever. And I've sort of kept quiet because I've been trying to do the house purchase. We were looking at a 3-bedroom penthouse originally, to find out that the person who was selling it, when we actually got down to the nitty-gritty, when they want a deposit, I says, okay, well, give us the tax declaration to prove you're the owner. And basically they weren't the owner. I know what goes on. What they try and do is get you to pay the deposit, then they contact the owner, say I've got a buyer, and then they pocket the deposit. And no thank you, I wasn't having €6,000 just wander off. And it's frustrating because we've been trying to deal with the guy since November. He was very slow, just seemed useless, to be fair. But light at the end of the tunnel, we found a 3-bedroom, it's a villa, semi-detached villa. We'll need some renovation work, but I'm sort of keeping that tight to my chest as well, because although mortgage has gone through, we've put a deposit, the realtor and our lawyer are trying to tie everything together. We're still realistically at the mercy of the Spanish system and bureaucracy. So although we've got everything in place, until that document is signed, I'm not really expanding out too much. It's been a long journey, a lot more headaches than I would have expected or wanted, but I'm looking forward to finally getting this one sorted. And there'll be some renovation projects, new bathrooms, new bedrooms, new electrics, new air conditioning, new kitchen. Basically it's a new house as we upgrade everything, because I think it was built in 1986 to 88. So the point is, everything needs gutting and starting again. Even the window shutters, the big box ones, I want low profile if I can, even better if they're embedded in the wall. So we're going to spend a fair bit of money up front, but long term it should mean A, we have lower maintenance, but B, we don't have any headaches a year down the line that disrupts stuff you've already done. You know, like when you tile a bathroom, then suddenly you find that the pipework's deteriorating. So we do it all first, money up front. Does mean that we should have less problems in the future. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting the house set up. Kids and that are all excited. April's excited with their new kitchen design and the bathroom design. The downstairs bathroom was a bit unique, to be polite. They actually put the toilet at the bottom of the stairs. You know, the angle of the stairs, the toilet's like sort of wedged in there, so yeah, that's not staying there. That's what I'll say. That is being moved. But the point being is there's a fair bit of work to do, but once we've signed everything, we'll do a walkthrough, maybe even do some CAD drawings, because April's got really up to speed on the 3D design. She's been working on where the sofa's going and all that lovely stuff. So once we've got some true measurements, I'm sure we will have a much better design outlay, but we'll see. Like I said, I mean, the money's there. It is literally bureaucracy. Taxes are up to date, ownership's correct. One important aspect is always check what the square meterage is of the property. A few friends have had properties that are 1 square meter. It means that the tax has been underpaid. It also means that when you go to try and update this stuff, you often have to resubmit drawings and other things, which is not cheap. But a lot of this, I think, was originally done where they set the plots up, so they just put 1 square meter for a sort of tax declaration and ownership of that area. But at the same time, the property wasn't there, so there was no formal plans for the square meterage that property would be, because it could be a 1-bed, 2-bed, 3-bed, swimming pool on the side, gazebo on the side, garage on the side. So I think it was just that lot had an allocation of 1 square meter, the lot's this size, and where it all goes pear-shaped is when people don't update that and often aren't aware that even happened. And it's developers that often do that, by the way. So that's one of the things we're waiting for, is just waiting for the penny to drop on that. I brought a new drone. I've got a Mini, is it a Mini 2? I'm not sure which one I bought. It's the DJI, I think it's DJI Mini 2, and I think they're just bringing out the DJI Mini 2S, because obviously they will do after I've just bought the Mini. So that's been upgraded, you know, they're upgrading the model after me buying it. But I've talked to a friend of mine that does surveying with the drones, and he says that that's a better one to get than the ones he's currently using, because the technology has moved on a little bit. But also from my point of view, it is a small drone. I mean, it's not a hip flask in the sense of the old whiskey, but you know, the old water flasks with when you put it in the old canvas bag, it's not much bigger than that. That's how small this thing is. But I haven't even flown it. I got it on the Monday and I didn't even get it out the bag until Friday, simply because work's been that busy. So going on from that was the BMW cutting in for no apparent reason. Thank you very much. So beyond that, I haven't had much to report. That's why I haven't been doing any videos, because I'm not going to twaddle on about Prince Philip's funeral, for example. I think that's more of a family type thing anyway. I'm not a royalist, and I'm not anti-royal either. I get it, and you know, it's one of those things that I think it's a solemn occasion that should be recognised, but at the same time, it's not something I need to talk about, because there's been enough talk about it, let's be honest. And then the old Harry and Meghan scenario, I like to call her millennial Meghan, because she seems to be that way. She seems to create a lot of the issues that are currently occurring between the royals and what's going on. But even that, trying to sidestep, because to be fair, I don't know these people. I don't engage with them on a daily basis, so I don't really want the ins and outs of Hello Magazine and all that stuff. I really don't care. As long as the guys are happy, I'm not too fast. But I do think we have too much negative media focus, which is another reason I try not to do too much at the minute. I am looking to get back to Spain during May. Was hoping to get out then very, very soon, but because they can't really decide what they're doing, you know, they talk about COVID passports, don't need a vaccine, may need a vaccine, what test to have, do you need a test, don't need a test, if you've had the vaccine, do you need a test? The decision making on this government is just an absolute sham, and that's not my personal opinion, because that's not just me. Many people would agree. I know some people think, hey, they're doing a great job. It's like, really? But anyway, even that, I'll just push to one side. This is what we've just got to work our way through this. I've kept busy with book reading, work, and just keeping occupied, because I know what it's like. And I've got to say this, I'm not a protect the NHS type person, or because like the MPs, stay at home. A lot of people have lost their jobs, they've lost their businesses. First thing the MPs did was give themselves £10,000 for working from home. Maybe it's just me, but shouldn't they have had a deduction because they're not travelling, rather than giving them more money? Because I assume many companies out there, I mean, somebody like myself pays a small fortune on a company car every month. Yeah, its mileage has done that, but I don't get a tax break. And like I said, I'm not grumbling either, because one thing I've had is I've been able to stay in work. But I do get frustrated with these people say stay at home. People are losing everything. It's all right when you're sitting pretty, but when you're somebody who's got a market stall, somebody's a hairdresser, barber, builder, or people with small businesses with virtually no support, it's killing them. It's killing their businesses, and nobody really talks about the impact on these people. So I have a lot of time for those. I understand stay at home if you need to and all that sort of stuff, but it shouldn't be a blanket if it doesn't make any sense. I've put some videos on at the end of this video from today because I've been out. I was really impressed with the amount of stuff that's open today, because last time I come out was the bank holiday and there was nothing open at all. I mean, there's a bookshop I go to pretty much every week. That's how routine life's got, and the reason being where it is, it's the only bookshop. The bookshop's the only place open, but I was averaging about £100 a week in there on books, so got to pull that back a little bit. Don't get me wrong, books have been worth buying, but it's a bit much every week. But it's a good bookshop. It's magazine, I think it's called Magazine Heaven, which is down in Rushton. But a lot of the places have just been shut, but today nearly everything's open. So yeah, it's been good. I got to Wagamama's today, because one of the things that you do when I work away from home is I have different restaurants, different days, just to break the routine up. So Wagamama's is one on the weekend, Nando's is a Wednesday. You have these things to look forward to, because when you're working there ain't a lot else going on. So going to Wagamama's today, I was really happy that was open. You know, it sounds a bit sad, I know, but it was nice to actually have some Wagamama food. I had rice today, but I do like a mix of food there. Everything always tastes good, and the tea's really nice there as well. A lemongrass tea, ginger and lemongrass tea. I enjoy that. But yeah, it's funny because when we're in Spain, we often go to Udon. Udon is another similar style restaurant, where it's sort of Japanese, Korean. And I was sending some videos to my wife today, and she's like, oh, because she's at home with the kids, so I'm out enjoying food. But she did have fish and chips on Thursday. So beyond that, it's just like everyone else, just moving along, doing what you can. I can't complain. We've done quite well this year. Financially we're okay. A lot of people out there have done quite bad. There's a few people I know have passed recently. So I'm just thankful for what I've got, what we achieve. Once the house is the big key thing for me, to be fair, in Spain, because once that house is bought in La Mata and paid for, it takes a lot of the pressure off from me, because it's the legacy stuff for my wife and kids. It'll leave something behind for my wife. If I drop dead tomorrow or hit by a bus, there's something that pays a third of the cost of living. Just in a positive way. So I'm quite happy that that's nearly there. But it has been painful. But I've sort of got used to it, because in the Philippines it was very similar. There's always paperwork for paperwork's sake, and often it'll drag out a lot longer than you expect. So although you may expect to last for 2 weeks, you may find that you end up running for about 2 months, simply because of the bureaucracy or holidays, all that sort of stuff. So things drag on a bit longer than you would like sometimes. But beyond that, everything's good, and thanks for watching. And that's basically my update for now. Next update hopefully will be from the new house. Take care.
Yeah.